Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Sona64, and I just want to do a quick video on this game I've been playing a lot called Rocket League. You guys may or may not have heard of this game, but this game is basically it's the successor of Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Power Battle Cars, which is well, just SARB for short. And it's basically soccer with cars that boost really fast, that fly, and it takes a lot of cues from that game, but it also removes some of the things that some would like argue that it made the game pretty awesome, and others say it made the game pretty terrible. So the basic idea of this game is to get the ball into the other goal if you ever played soccer or any sport really, and this game is like the old game. I'm going to make some comparisons just in case you've played it before. So, in the old game, you'd have a lot of boosts whenever you ran over like 100% boost, or when you were even at 100% boost, you'd have like when you'd boost and stuff, it wouldn't deplete as fast. But in this game, it's like you get maybe 3 or 4 seconds of airtime before you go crash into the ground, because they've made more of an emphasis of ball control on the ground versus, you know, being able to like fly super high and keep the ball in the air and just do really awesome tricks with like flying. Because flying in this game with the boost, it does take an actual amount of work. Like you actually have to, you know, coordinate where you jump, how high you jump, how much boost you need, how much to boost before you get to the ball, and also how you want to hit the ball once you're in the air. And some of these, like, they're combined, so they kind of work together, but it really takes a lot to like boost and fly with the ball, fly around the ball, fly at the ball. So I do give props to people who actually like try and like go for goals when they boost and fly and stuff. I've done it a couple times. I'm not that great at it. I wouldn't say I'm a pro or a veteran, but I do have more experience than most people have at flying with the ball because I played the older version of this game. So I know how the physics work. I know how high to jump, where to like jump and flip the ball, how to hit the ball, which is actually pretty important because a lot of people just go flying at the ball and hit it and then wonder why it doesn't go in, like, oh no, it didn't go in. But you got it. The thing is, I found that when you play this game, it's much easier to control the ball when it's on the ground. When it's in the air, you've got like, it's kind of slows down when it's in the air. So there's that little function there that you have to account for. See, like as you see right there, I kind of like jumped off the wall and hit the ball. Now I was never able to do that in the old game. I would only do it a couple times, but I had like perfected it over like the 3 years that I had a PlayStation to play the game. So naturally I knew how to like jump off the wall and hit the ball and stuff. And that comes down to the maps. In this game, there's really only one type of map, and it's like this arena style map. And while that's cool and stuff, like it makes it so that veterans and stuff can get used to the maps a little bit better, and people who are new can get used to the maps easier. So it takes, I'd say, maybe more skill rather than luck, because in the other maps in the older version of the game, it always came down to, you know, which angle you got and how lucky was the angle in some of the maps. Like Utopia, for example, it was like a circular map. So if you hit the ball at a certain angle, it was just gonna go all the way around, and it was just gonna go straight in. And not that that didn't take skill, because some people like had that down to a T, but I didn't. And I always felt like newer players would get like just luck points when they did that stuff. So with this game and the map style, you can have more skilled shots because you're used to the map style, because it's exactly the same map. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't try a different type of map, but this kind of like layout here is the best. I like this map. I liked it in the old game. I always like when they did a map like this, and I'd rather them just keep it like this, because it kind of makes it more similar to an esport in a way, because it kind of keeps everything on the same playing field. Literally, the playing field is exactly the same. So that's there. Now, there is a little bit of customization with the cars, which wasn't really in the old game. In the old game, there was, I believe, maybe like some Was it color shifts? I think it was just cars. Like, you could just change the car, but that was about it. And as far as the different types of cars, they all kind of play the same. They all jump the same. They all go the same speed. And the dynamics of the car and just the way they look, I don't really think affects it a lot. Like, I think it affects it a little, but it's only tiny because the cars are almost the same size, so it won't really affect what car you choose. I chose this car here, the one that you see here. It looks like an RC car because it kind of brings me back to the old version of this game, and it had this car in it, so it just brings me back. I like it, and I think that's what this game comes down to. You know, it's really awesome. It's really simple, yet it takes a lot of skill to be able to do certain things, like gathering speed and hitting the ball at a certain angle, because sometimes you don't get to the ball in time and you don't get the score. But sometimes you get a really, really nice jump on the ball and you get a really awesome score, and you have to save it and upload it. And you guys are probably going to see a montage of videos that I have in regards to this game, because I just have some really awesome shots and some like awesome plays where I set other people up, because everything I do is not exactly luck. Like, I'm not a new player. I'm used to this game, or this type of game, and the physics in this game. So naturally, I know what I'm doing. I can score pretty easily if I'm not playing people who, I don't know, have probably busted their ass like for hours playing this iteration of the game, because I'm lucky enough to have played this type of game for about, I want to say, 2 to 3 years, however long I had the PlayStation 3, and I always came back to this game because this game was awesome. You know. Now, one cool thing about this game too is with the AI, if you don't play like the rank mode, I always play rank mode because rank mode actually takes more skill. But when you don't play the rank mode, they always put bots in the game, and the bots are actually pretty hard to beat. So when you play against the bots, you're gonna have a hell of a time trying to win, because the bots they're just almost unbeatable. But I mean, if you guys have the money, I think this game's about 20 bucks. If it goes on sale, it'll probably be like half off. If not, this game is actually worth it at any price. This game is worth it at $20. It's worth it at $15. It's worth it at $10. So if you get a good sale on it, buy it. It's fun. If you like sports games, you'll enjoy it. If you like a different twist on sports games, you'll love it. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.